In this video, I'm going to show you how to begin using ClickAnimate to add animations to your web pages. So the first thing you want to do is go to a web page that you want to begin animating, and then simply click on the ClickAnimate icon over here. And you would have been sent some login details to your email address, so simply add those in there and click on the login button. Now what you need to do is get an embed code that you can add to the page so that you can begin saving animations on that web page. So simply click on generate embed code and then copy the code. And now you need to find where you can put the header code on your website. Okay, so I'm in ClickFunnels right now, and inside of ClickFunnels I go to settings, tracking code, and you're about to see it's got a header code input part. So I'm going to simply paste that code there and then click on save. And now that it's ClickAnimate's connected with ClickFunnels with this page, so I can begin animating it. Okay, so what I would do now is I'm just going to go out of the editor and go back onto the main page that I want to animate. And what I can do now is simply click on the plus button, and that will enable me to begin adding a new animation. So what I'm going to do is animate a few elements on this page. I'm going to select this headline over here. So I'm just going to click on it, and now I can go and begin adding animations. And we've got different types of animations from entrance, hover, loop, and different other effects. So for this one I'm going to add an enter animation, and I'm going to select it from the drop down menu. I'm going to choose maybe this one over here, skew right, like so. And you can go through and preview different types of animations. You've got skew left, a whole bunch of them that you can see. And then what you would do is simply go ahead and adjust the speed. If you want to make it slower, just bring it up to the right like this. You can also manually type in a number, so I'm going to type in maybe 1 to make it really fast, or maybe 5 to make it really slow like that. Okay. You can also delay the animation so that when the element appears on the screen that it doesn't actually start animating for a certain amount of time, but I'm going to leave that at 0 for now, and I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this one headline, like that. Okay. Now it's important that you do add a name for your animation so that when you go over to your list over here, you can see exactly what it is. And if you have a whole bunch of animations, it makes it a lot easier to find the exact one when it's listed. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is go back and add a new animation and click on plus, and I'm going to select this headline. And for this one I'm going to go ahead and use a special effect. So I'm going to go ahead and select typewriter, and I'm also going to change the color of the cursor to make it the same color of the text. So I'm going to click on this, go to white, click back on there, and call this one headline type, like this. Okay, cool. And then what I'm going to do is click on add new animation again and go to the button, click on that, and I'm going to select an entrance animation. I'm going to use this one over here, bounce soft, like that. Make it maybe 3 seconds, a little bit slower. And I might add a little bit of slight delay to this one, let's say 0.5 seconds like that, and call this one button. And I'm also going to add a hover animation to this one so that when someone hovers their mouse it's going to basically animate. I'm going to use this one here. So it's going to create that effect. That looks really cool. And I'm going to create one more animation. I'm going to simply click on the plus button, and to select this image or any element you can either click on it as I've been doing, or you can also use the keyboard shortcut Shift S, and that will select the element like that. Okay, so if I just go ahead and select an animation for this one, I'm going to use slide up like this, and that looks really cool. And one other thing as well, with this panel you can actually move it. So if I click on it and drag the panel, you can see that it becomes a floating panel. So if you have elements on this side that you can't actually see, you can actually move them out of the way. And if you drag it again holding the mouse down, it will actually lock into place like that. Okay, so you could click on it, drag, and then just bring it across and let go, and it will actually lock into place like that. So I'm going to call this one image browser, like that. Okay, looks really cool. And we've got a couple of advanced options as well. So for example, if you've got like a logo on your website that you want to have the animation on all the pages on the website, you can simply select that apply animation to hold domain and actually turn it on. And we've also got a CSS selector. For those of you who know CSS, it can help for you to help select different elements and yeah, things like that. So I'm going to bring those up, and what I'm going to do now is click on save, and that will save all my animations so that they're now live on my website. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is you can either close this little widget by clicking on the icon up here, and you can open it up as well by clicking on it over there, or you can click on this button down here and you can close it like that, or you can log out completely from ClickAnimate. Okay, so if you were like maybe using ClickAnimate on someone else's computer and you didn't want someone else to start using it, then it'll be best to log out of ClickAnimate. So I'm just going to simply close this, and now what I'm going to do is refresh this page, and you can see the animations animating on this website. So if I hover my mouse over here, you can see the animation. And again, you can go back into ClickAnimate over here now that I've added the embed code into the editor, and you can simply go ahead and continue animating. You can go back into your animations and you can customize them. Let's say you want to have a different animation for this one, something like that. You can go ahead and create that animation. So yeah, that's how to use ClickAnimate to add animations. If you'd like some extra training, simply go to clickanimate.com/training, and yeah, have fun animating.